Owning a credit repair business. In setting up your own business, not just this type of business, but any type of business, it is good to map out your business plan. Meaning to say, it's great to have a guide as to what you would be accomplishing so that you could keep everything organized, focused, and efficient. So create a list of things that you're going to be needing to accomplish. Here's a little guide of what you could do. First, let's talk about steps in creating a business plan. What would be your steps in creating a business plan? Number one, create a description of your company. And in creating a description of your company, you would need to have a mission and a vision statement. You would also want to do market research and know your competitors. Identify your customers, the type of your customer, and create an avatar. List down the services you will offer and their descriptions, of course. Have a checklist of your launch schedule and marketing plans. Let's talk a little bit more deeper about these 5 key points. First, create a mission and a vision statement. So when we are talking about creating a description of your company, you need to create a mission and a vision statement. In creating a mission and a vision statement, let's talk about creating a mission first. You have to research and understand how to create your company mission. Draft and write down your own company mission. It can't be a copy-pasted company mission. It has to be your own company mission. It has to be focused on your company. A couple of things that you would want to kind of take note of when creating your own mission is to keep it short and concise. Don't make it too long. Don't write an essay. Do think about your company mission to be a long-term statement. It has to be for long-term use. Don't make it too limiting. It has to have no boundaries. Like your company mission should be really broad. Find out what other things about your company mission. As soon as you created your company mission, you could of course have maybe your employees or others to look into it so that they could tell you whether it's nice to hear, whether it's good to read, or it fits your company, or it doesn't. And of course, do not be afraid to change it from time to time, as you would be needing to change it from time to time. Next, spend time and create a time for completing your company mission and vision. Meaning to say, you have to really spend the time. Set up a time. So in creating a business plan, when you list down would be creating company mission or company vision, then you would have to also schedule when you would actually be sitting down to do it. Everything that you're going to be planning for this business, you would want to kind of have a schedule or a deadline for yourself and a time schedule for yourself so that everything would be managed and organized. Now, let's talk about creating your company vision. In creating your company vision, you need to know your goals, number one. Consider your company values. So what's your company's value? That completely depends on you. A simple company vision is, of course, the key. Don't make it too ambiguous. It should be as simple as possible, but it should have a goal and value. Be forward thinking, meaning to say you have to kind of take of your vision as your future plan, future that you want to uphold. And of course, you have to establish time frames at all times. Now, as soon as you got your company mission and vision done, you have created your company description. Now it's time for you to go out there and do a market research. So let's talk about market research. What is a market research and why is it important? Market research is the action or activity of gathering information about consumers' that needs and preferences. Meaning to say, market research is you looking at who your possible customers are. What are the needs? What are the preferences of these customers? You need to go ahead and research about this. Why is it important? So that you know what to offer and you can have your next steps planned out perfectly by understanding who your possible customers are. It is important because you would be able to know and adjust your services to what these people need. Now, in doing your market research, you have to know your competition. You have to know who you're competing with. So basically, you have to go there, research about your competition. You could do an analysis, or you could do a competitive analysis. Competitive analysis is basically the process of identifying competitors in your industry and researching their different marketing strategies. So you could basically look into your competitors' website, look how they're doing their marketing, look at how their services are offered, look at everything, and take note of this. Go through each one of your competitors, maybe let's say about 5 of them that's very much near you, and you would want to kind of take note of their marketing strategies, their offers, their services, so that you know and understand how you can adjust your own to be competitive. You have to identify who they are, know what do they offer, analyze how they're offering these services. You have to check their visibility in the market. Gather all this data, keep track of all this data, and then take a look at your company and check what could be the areas of improvement for your company. Now take a look at tools where you can gather this data, keep this data, or do use tools for competitive research. And then plan your company. Plan your own business from there. So this is a step-by-step process that would really help you in making sure that you do competitive analysis. You do know and understand your competitors. Now, as soon as you're good understanding your competitors, now it's time for you to create a customer avatar with a detailed description. What does this mean? Creating a customer avatar. Remember, you did a market research. From the market research, you understood who your customers are. So now it's time for you to create an ideal customer or a sample possible client. As soon as you create a sample customer or possible client, now you have to think about and analyze who they are. What type of person could they be? What type of people they could possibly be? You have to list down this information. Also, you have to make a list of your ideal customer or who are your possible market. So after analyzing, make a checklist of who they could possibly be. What could they possibly be? For example, this could be people looking to get a home. This could be people looking to get a car. So those are like some of the details that you would want to write through when it comes to making this list. As soon as you're good with your checklist, now use the avatar as your model. When we say use the avatar as your model, this is the part where you're going to be using this avatar as your model. Like, this is how you're going to be practicing. And this would be the one information that you're going to be using in building your services and your offers. So now let's talk about services, descriptions, and addressing your clients. As soon as you do your market research, you did your competitive research, you also did create your own avatar. Now you have a little bit of an understanding. What does the market need? What could possibly be your customers, or who could possibly be your customers, and or what are the areas for improvements that you have found upon doing your research? Now you have to build your services, descriptions, and addressing how will you apply it. What will you be offering? So basing it off from who your possible clients are, what services should you offer? Basing it off from how you did your competitive research, how you went ahead and understood who your clients are, what should be the purpose, or what is the description of your services? How would you offer these services to your clients or possible customers? You also have to address how will you apply it for your possible customers. Meaning to say, you have to address your client's pain. In addressing your client's pain, you have to understand their needs. You have to be able to probe around. You have to be able to ask around and completely understand what do they need. So you have to tie in your services descriptions as to what your client's pains are. So that's how you're going to be building your services descriptions. And how will you be applying that for your customers? Now, let's talk about having a checklist of your launch schedule activity and your marketing plans. This is one of the most important part of your business plan, of course. Number one, you have to create a list. Creating a list is basically creating your business plan. Do your research, which includes your market research, your competitive research, and then create a draft of descriptions. Create your services. Now, marketing comes in with introducing your services and your offers to the market that you have known and understood from the time that you did your research. So this is going to be a complete cycle of what you're going to be doing. So you always have to first plan out everything that you would want to complete. Next is go ahead and do a research to understand where you're dealing or who you're dealing at, who your possible customers are, and then create a draft of what you would be offering, create a draft of how you're going to be servicing this type of people, and then introduce your services out in the market. So I'm glad that you reached the end of this video. By doing so, you get a free step-by-step guide on how to start and run a credit repair business. That is starting a credit restoration business blueprint. You just have to simply click the link in the description box so that you can download and get the copy of the step-by-step guide on how to start and run a credit repair business.